Hi, in this video, I'm going to talk about the new Newsela Daily Deck provided by Pear Deck. They're combining forces, and I want to go through some of those steps so that way you have an idea of how to get started. Number one, you need to have a Newsela account, and you need to create a class. So, for example, if I go to classes, I have a class already set up and ready to go, and I already have it synced up with Google Classroom. You can do this a number of different ways, but if I go to my classes, I can see my classes and I can sync classes directly from Google Classroom, pick which class, and all those students will be in. Or you can do it by a code if you so choose. That's totally up to you. So I have this class set for fourth grade, etc. And then what you'll need to do is you'll need to pick a daily deck. So if you go to peardeck.com/newsela-daily-news, then what you can do is you can pick one of these daily decks and utilize them. So I'm going to need to find this article and assign it to my students. So there's a few steps that you have to take. I'm going to click on this first, and I want to have a copy of this. So I need to remember Maurice the Rooster and search for it in Newsela. But first things first, I'm going to pick this article or this daily deck, and it's going to have me make a copy of it. And now I'll have my own copy of it in Google Slides, which is pretty cool. Then what I can do is rename it and move it and organize it in Google Drive however I want. And I can launch it from here too. It's pretty awesome. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and rename it and get it going. And I'm going to organize it in Google Drive like so. And what do you know? It's already actually in a folder called Decks for Pear Deck. I'm going to go ahead and just keep it there, and I already have a few in there. All right, so the next thing I will do is I will make sure to find this, Maurice the Rooster, find it in Newsela. So let's search for Maurice the Rooster. And I'm going to select this one, select a Lexile, and I don't have the Pro version. You can actually lock a Lexile for students if you have the Pro version. And I'm going to create an assignment, add it to my Google Classroom class, and assign away. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to connect my class, and I'm going to do this class paste, and then I'll also switch over to student paste. So to do this, you need to have the add-on for Pear Deck, and I have it in my Google Slides, Pear Deck. You can actually get this add-on by going to Get Add-ons and search for Pear Deck, and then the next time you click on add-ons, you'll see Pear Deck here. It may require a refresh, though, in your browser, so just keep that in mind. And then once you have it launched and ready, you can hit Open Pear Deck and hit Present. And then you're able to have students connect. They will need to go to joinpd.com. And when they do that, it's going to take them to a page that looks like this, and they can put in the code. So the students will put in the code, which is DNBIZ, and your code will always be different, DNBIZ, like that. And I'll hit enter. So this is the student screen, and it's getting all hooked up and ready to go. And it always starts out asking the students how they're feeling today, and they can respond to that or they could skip it. When the teacher is ready, the teacher will then hit Start Class, and the students will see this presentation. And then the teachers have controls down here, and they can switch slides. When they switch slides, it changes on the student screen as well. So here's the student screen. I can see exactly what the teacher is presenting, and then I can hit the next button. And of course, it changes here for the students as well. And it says, what do you wonder about today's article? And you'll see that it automatically has this question space. And obviously that's not the best response, but then they can respond, punch that in, and then the teacher can actually see those responses by going to show responses. And if they want it in a list layout or a grid layout, they can switch those, hit hide responses, and they could have this up on their projector or on their TV, however they're presenting to the class, if they so choose. When the teacher hits the next icon, it takes them to this awesome page that shows the article as well as the question off to the side. And it says, read the article and use the Newsela annotation tools to indicate key events. So then the student is able to participate. This student is already signed in. If they weren't, it would indicate that they need to. They can adjust the Lexile level, and If you don't have the pro version, you do have to kind of trust that the students are going to do the right thing there. And the students are able to highlight and mark on the page. When they highlight something, then it gives them the option of a highlight color as well as a note. They can save those notes. So as they're reading this, then they are able to come up with some ideas and thoughts. So we have these notes along with each highlight. And when the students are all done, I'll go back to the teacher screen. Then what they can do, the teacher will then go on to the next page, and there's going to be some sort of question. And in this case, the students will type a question, type an answer, and then the teacher receives those responses, and they can hit the show responses and see that data. When the teacher is all done, they can hit end like so and give it a name. Now, that was totally teacher paced. After it's all done, the student can say whether they liked it or not. Teacher will receive that data. Then there's another way that you can do it. You can also have this activity completely student paced. And again, students will go to joinpd.com. So that way they're on the login screen. That doesn't change for them. The only change that the teacher makes is how they launch it. So when I go to add-ons and I hit Pear Deck, it's going to open up with the add-on off to the right-hand side. I'm going to launch this Pear Deck session. Again, the student will put in the code. The teacher will then go to start the class. The students will receive the presentation. If the teacher wants to change how the students are interacting with this and wants them to do it on their own instead of teacher paced, they can go down here on the bottom right to the three dots, hit student paced, and then the students' screens change and they are fully able to control the slides themselves and answer accordingly. So that's a little bit about the new feature in the free Pear Deck lessons. If I go to peardeck.com/Newsela-daily-news, then there is a daily deck that you can use and assign to students and launch with Pear Deck, and it has great questions and interactives built right within.